for each of these dynamic content pages. For example, this creating folders responds to the game ID, the maximum game ID to retrieve. You don't actually have to do the entire process of downloading the file from the website itself to be able to test if this actually creates the correct extension folders. So these extension folders are used by the status pages, the main log, the error log, the macro extension. So there are other pages that relies on these extension folders. So we have to be able to make sure that it creates the right folders, and you can do that by manually entering the numbers, or to have the macro enter a number which is then multiplied by the multiplier that we select, either 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, or million. A randomly generated text file can be made in lieu of the actual downloading of the chess BGN files. It is formatted the same way as those text files. It can produce results that we have encountered, such as empty files, less than the number of game lines we actually want to retrieve. So these are used also by other dashboards, such as the main log and the error log. So the lines itself is just is composed of just random letters and numbers, but it has the events. It has certain keywords that we needed, the same as the actual downloaded BGN files. Printing the macro codes and the list of dashboards. This type of pages relies on print count. So we don't, for testing purposes, we don't actually have to print the pages in order to trigger the change of content. We can manually enter the number, or have the macro enter the number in sequence, and that will produce the same effect. All these mentions of number of macro entering a sequence number, or adding one to the itself value, you might, and I've shown about 3 different locations. You might think that I have to create 3 different macros, but actually only one macro is needed, because I've compiled a list in that page. Enter num plus 1. It creates a list of all the locations in which the macro has to enter, or has to add 1 to that cell value. So they all have the same function. We just select in the D1 dashboard 2, you just select and the function number 6, which is the enter num plus 1, enter plus 1 number in the cell, and then select the location, select the description from the list. So if you want to choose the macro codes, then you just select from the list.
To love, I wanna slow